Okay, now can people see and hear us?
You might have
Hopefully.
to start it like on YouTube. I don't know. I don't remember how I did it though.
Well, you're not helpful.
I'm sorry. This gives me time
Oh.
to fix my hair though. Actually, the real kicker is people can probably see the nonsense. Oh wait, it is on YouTube. Okay.
It is on YouTube?
Yeah,
So
they
it's
can
just us looking like fools? Oh, would
you
you
can see
look
it
at
on my
that?
phone.
Yep, I
There we
can see it
go.
on my computer, so hello. Probably wait at least, like, a few more minutes to let a few more people trickle in before we start chitter-chattering.
Chitter chattering. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. How's everybody doing?
How's everyone feeling this morning or afternoon or night, depending on where you live? Ooh, now the comments are rolling in. I'm so excited to talk about this book since it wasn't as confusing as the last book.
I'm very excited to talk about this book.
Lily says good but tired. Honestly, that's a mood. That's
Me too.
touche.
Oh, Maggie, you're at
Maggie.
the beach? I wish.
Honestly, same. If I could live stream at a beach,
It
that's
sounds
where I would
stressful,
be,
honestly.
honestly. Actually, I'm not, like, a huge fan of the like, I like the thought of being at the beach, but I don't actually like the beach because then you just get sand in all your crevices, and then the ocean is terrifying. It's just not a vibe, and then it's so hot and stuff. I'd rather be, like, I don't know, like, on a fake beach. I don't know, it's not the vibe.
Maybe
So
like a
much
beach
work.
minus the sand.
Yeah, and the ocean has to be, like, nice and clean and, like, free of all terrifying creatures.
So it's just a swimming pool.
Yes, but without children or anything, you
Ooh,
know?
good point, good
The
point.
ideal environment. If everyone wants to drop their star ratings in the chat for what y'all thought, I'm really interested to see kinda what the rankings are here.
What did you give it? And in the
3.75.
wow, with the quarter stars.
Yeah. Well, because I gave the 5th season 3.5, and I definitely enjoyed Strange the Dreamer more,
Yeah.
but then I just didn't feel like it was a 4-star for me. And so I was like, "I've gotta rank it more than the 5th season, but less than a 4-star."
That's fair. I think we all know I gave it a 5 stars. I loved it.
Okay, interesting. We've got a few 5 stars. If you see me looking off to the side, I'm just looking at the chat screen.
She's actually ignoring you all.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's better than before because before I was talking to my camera over here, and then my computer was over here, and so to look at Katie, I was just, like, off to the side, but now I can actually see the screen. New setup. Who's this?
You just have one eye going one way, the other going the other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As if I could do that. Okay, 4 stars, 4 stars, 5. Jasmine said I ended up procrastinating, so I finished it a few days ago. Jasmine, I finished it last night. Okay?
Oh, so you're
So
excited
I feel
now.
you.
That was me with the last book though.
I plowed through most of the book 2 days ago. So I literally it was right before the Luna concert. Like, I got there early, and I was just reading it, and then I got inside, and then we had another hour, and I was, like, reading it. So I got a solid, like, 250 pages done that day while I was waiting for the concert.
I love the fact that some of you finished it like an hour ago.
Please. Oh, that's the mood. Hey, next month, though, I think both Katie and I are going to finish this book quite early. We're very
Oh
excited to
yes.
announce the next book.
Oh yes, my
Very
friend.
excited. Addie's finishing it right now, please. Oh my goodness. Well, you might have to pop out because this is gonna have spoilers. So Okay, we've spent about 5 minutes just babbling here. So, do we
It's
want
better
to
than the
start
late.
discussing? Are we good? Are we ready?
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
All right. Then take it away, Katie.
Oh,
Speak.
you can't put that kind of pressure on me.
Well, I did.
Good book. All
Good
right, thank you
book.
for watching.
Oh, wait, hold up your cover again. Cute. Yeah, but your copy doesn't have this
Oh, I'm so sad about it.
beautifulful-ness.
Mine has
That's
like
stunning.
these thingies. Moths, obviously.
Moths.
Like, what are these again? Well, for the longest time I thought these were butterflies until I like actually read the book.
Okay, not all of us have brain cells. That's okay. You know.
We've already established this.
Okay, jumping right in. So this live stream is going to have spoilers. So if you haven't finished reading the book,
Maybe.
if you don't want spoilers, if you don't care about spoilers, stay. Anyway, let's talk about the prologue. Okay?
Yes.
Because I read the prologue 3 times, which kind of helped me predict like everything that went down in this book. Because first off, like I knew that, was it Sarai? Is that how you said it? Yeah. Sarai was going to die. Because the second her ability was kind of presented to the reader, I literally wrote in my annotations, this is the girl that gets impaled, right? And then sure enough, I was correct. And I also figured out that Laszlo was probably a god spawn whenever Sarai visited him in his dream and could see her. So a lot of the major, like, I guess, plot twists or plot reveals weren't actually that surprising. So I wasn't, I don't know, the foreshadowing, I guess, was too obvious, or just helped that I read the prologue 3 times.
Yeah. I
But
did not pick up on the fact that, or no, wait. No, I figured Laszlo was going to be God Spawn because obviously you have a main character in a fantasy series. It's probably going to be fantastical. So that one I was kind of like, yeah, sure. But I only read the prologue once and I didn't know what was going on. So I didn't like think about it again. So at the end, I was like, no way.
for sure, for sure. I think that's why it took away a little bit of the enjoyment, because I like being surprised when things go down. But because I picked up on and I'm not like the most obvious, like I can't see the obvious sometimes when I'm reading books. So a lot of like plot reveals or plot twists I never see coming, even obvious ones. But for some reason, I think it was because I read the prologue 3 times trying to start this book, that I just remembered that I was like, some with moths like gets impaled. So that is okay. Interesting. How do you were popping up I figured it out.
Oh, good
I
job.
was like, you were popping up comments last time.
See, I kind of thought that the prologue, I didn't connect that it was like gonna happen later in the book. I kind of thought it was like kind of an explanation as to what happened to Weep. So I was like, oh, this probably happened before all of the events of this book, but clearly it did not.
I thought that at first, and then I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's Sarai's like parents. But then when it was like her parents had different powers, like, okay, so it has to be her, because every like god spawn has a completely different power, even if their parents like are the same. That makes sense.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Let me pull out my notes to see what else I wanted to talk about here.
I didn't write any notes down this time.
Well, I know, but just because I finished this book last night doesn't mean I remember it. Like, it's bold of you to assume that.
Honestly, it's been like 3 weeks since I read this book, so now I'm like,
oh, here's a question, actually. Who's planning on continuing the series, or already has continued the series? I picked up the second book. I think I'm like 50 pages in. I picked it up, like I literally closed Strange the Dreamer and I like reached for Muse of Nightmares and I like immediately started reading it.
I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, I was too. And then I fell asleep, but that's besides the point.
Oh, that's right. There is a discussion guide in the back of this book. Sorry to like,
Oh.
what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I already finished Muse of Nightmares. It's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, there is a discussion guide.
Wow.
Okay, but I want to talk about the pacing of this book, actually, because I hated the pacing of this book. It felt very like roller coastery, where like something exciting would happen or something would be revealed, and then you're just like waiting 50 pages for it to be revealed to like other characters or something to happen. Like when what's his name, Nero, Thyron, Nero, or whatever his name is,
Cyan?
Thyron. Is there an R? Maybe not. I think you're
I
right. I
think
think it's just
so.
Thyron. But anyway,
Doesn't
when
matter.
he figures out that like Laszlo can affect the metal because his spirit, it takes forever for like anything to come from that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then the beginning was really interesting with him in the library. And then it was like, okay, they were traveling. Oh, we got to learn more about these side characters. And then they got to Weep. And then it was like, okay, now they're just trying to figure out the problem. And then, oh. So it was like really hard to keep my interest engaged the whole time. Because I feel like after every exciting thing, I just knew there'd be like 50 pages of just like nothing happening. I feel like if this if this book was cut down 100 pages, it would have been like 4 or 5 stars for me, just
Yeah,
because like yeah, it was
this was a long book.
yes, it felt a little unnecessary. I think something that irked me a little bit was like when they're like traveling to Weep, we have all these side characters that are part of the Godslayer's little entourage,
Yeah.
and we learn about like each of them. We have interactions with them, and then they get to Weep. And once Sarai is like introduced, it's mostly just them in like the dreamscape. And then you barely get any more interactions with like all the people that were introduced. So
Yeah.
I feel like some of the side characters could have been cut out, or we just could have not had as much interaction with them in the beginning because it didn't matter in the end, unless something gets set up for like the second book.
You
But
know, this isn't a spoiler, but like those side characters, they don't really do much in Muse of Nightmares either. So you make a good point as like why do we spend so much time with them if they're not really going to be a huge part of the plot?
yeah, I feel like a lot of their travel could have been cut out. Like I thought I was enjoying it at first, and then they just kept traveling. I'm like, I get it's a long journey, but you're just repeating the same things.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. And that
your
happened
time
in the
jump.
beginning of the book, kind of. And that's like was a point in time where I was like, this is very slow. I don't not into it right now. But like I think halfway through is when I really started to love it. But you're right, the travel did take a really long time.
Yeah, whenever they were finally interacting in the dream is when I was like, okay, I can dig it. And then it slowed down again.
Yeah.
But the last like 150 pages were good. Like, why couldn't the pacing have been like that the whole time?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about how I don't even know what the big metal thing in the sky, what was that even called? It started with an M.
What?
The thing that everyone was living in.
Oh, the Citadel. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, that started with an M. I have no idea. Did I even read this book? Are we sure?
I'm never convinced.
We know that. We know that. But what did you think about like how like the events transpired with the dude like blowing up part of the ground? Were you expecting like that's how it was going to go down?
Not really. I had honestly like no thoughts as to how I thought the final action of this book was going to play out. But honestly, it kind of pissed me off. I was like,
Really?
why are you blowing things up randomly? Get a grip.
No, that's fair because I was really glad that I don't even remember his name. Like that's how unimportant he freaking was. He was
He
like
was close.
introduced as someone who wanted to blow things up, and then you didn't see him like the entire book, and then randomly he was
Just
like,
like
"I
for
want to blow shit up.
plot
Let me blow shit
advancement.
up."
Like, let's have him have a mental break.
Honestly, I'm glad he died though. I felt that was karma.
Deserved, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Drave is his name. Drave. Good job. Yeah.
Let me see what else I got.
I
Oh, you complained in the vlog, your vlog,
What?
not the vlog, your vlog. I mean,
Okay.
the vlog where you read Strange the Dreamer.
That
You
one.
complained like a little bit. It wasn't really complaining. It was just a general statement, honestly, about how it felt a little insta love.
I still
What do
stand
you stand you still really?
like, I feel like it makes sense for their characters, but at the same time, they'd known each other for, like, 3 days, and they were, like, willing to risk it all for each other.
Okay, but, like, they had no contact with, like I don't know, Laszlo grew up secluded in a library with a bunch of old people, and
So
then
that's the, sorry, like,
no,
that's
go
the
ahead.
point I made in my vlog, but I still don't I still think it's insta-love, but go
Right, but
on.
then I think with, Soraya was like, okay, she's hated by humans, and then finally there's this one guy who doesn't hate her, which obviously then it's revealed that Laszlo's not human, but at the time she thought he was. And so I think the insta love makes sense, okay?
I
I
think
didn't
it
really
makes sense, but still, I'm like, I don't know.
yeah.
But I do think it was, like, intentional because in the discussion guide, one of the questions is, "Why do you think they fell in love so quickly?" So, I respect the decision.
Yeah, I think it was because it was circumstantial. Like, I don't know, just falling that fast for someone just because they care about you because you've never, like, dated before or,
Yeah.
like, been around men, like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, yeah. But I did love them together, though.
They were really cute.
They were really cute.
What'd you think about the ending? Like, the very ending with, Minya?
Oh,
When
where she's like, God, it's been so long since I read this book. So sorry. It's been a long week. All thoughts like not
head
good.
empty.
Head empty. But where she's gonna like control Sarai so she can control Laszlo.
Mhm.
It makes me mad, but like no, that's all I have to say. It makes me
Oh,
mad.
okay. Yeah, no, see, I agree with Erin, like, the ending absolutely wrecked me because I expected, like, Sarai to die, and then since I knew Minya's powers, I was like, "Okay, she's fine," but I wasn't expecting when Sarai ran over to hug Minya, I thought it was gonna be like, "Oh, all is resolved, like, the family finally forgives each other, like, it's all good," and then Minya's like, "Actually, we're gonna play a little game." I was like, "No, do not do this to me right now."
Honestly, like I want to fight Minya most of the time, but I definitely understand why she is the way she is.
The
And
trauma really does some
all
damage.
trauma. Like if I had like saved 3 or 4 small children from like a slaughter, yeah, I'd be messed up too.
Yeah,
But
every time she was, like, chanting to herself, "They were all I could carry, they were all I could carry," I was like, "Oh, that hurts. Oh, that
yeah,
hurts."
honestly.
Like, she's going through some shit. She
But
needs
like
some mad therapy.
I want to fight her, but I also want to hug her, even though she'd
Yeah,
probably kill me if I did that.
right. Probably. And then, like, take control of your spirit and control you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Kill you to then control you.
she
The part,
would.
though, where she was like, she's in the, like, her little tunnel, like, what I think it's called, like, the heart,
Yeah.
um, and she was like I was thinking how it'd be easier if, like, everyone was dead, and then I could just control everyone, and I was like, "Ma'am? Hmm."
I'm looking at this comment right now.
Right? It's like, okay, she's, I guess, semi-justified in her actions because of her trauma, but then also, like, should your trauma be a justification for the actions you're doing? Like,
Yeah, it gets dicey for
it
sure.
does. It's very, like, okay, Minya sacrificed, like, her growth in order to I guess, what was it, like it was, like, explained with, like, the great Ellen and less Ellen, like, she poured something into them to, like, be mothers, and then she stopped aging after that,
Yeah,
if
I'm
I
trying to,
understand
like,
that correctly, but, okay, she
differentiate in my
sacrificed,
sorry.
obviously, her life and, like, how her life would have gone,
Yeah.
for these kids that she saved, and then it's like, "Those ungrateful bitches, like, why aren't they listening to me?" Like,
Yeah.
so I kinda get it.
I what was I gonna oh my god, I'm losing it, honestly. I really like the fact that she didn't age, like, having a physical representation for that kind of trauma is just fascinating, and I feel like I've never
Oh, for
seen
sure.
anything like that.
Me either. Yeah, that was really interesting on kind of how it does, and it affects like how the characters interact with her too, because okay, they know Minya's older than her or them, and it's still like she looks like a 6-year-old girl. Like it's going to affect the actions they take. Like Ruby's, or was it Farrell's idea of having Ruby just burn her or something crazy?
Oh yeah.
Like slaughtering a 6-year-old. It's like maybe not a good career move, my guys.
Yeah. But also, you know, what are the repercussions? What are they gonna do?
Oh, and that's another thing about like unnecessary characters. Again, this might be more prominent in the next book, but like the Ruby Sparrow Farrell like love triangle.
I
I'm like,
just don't get it.
why? It felt really unnecessary. Like you focus so much on the main characters and then you barely develop the side plots. So either cut out the side plots or actually have them tie into the main story somehow. So I was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It definitely, I was like confused as it was happening. I was like, does this have anything to do with anything?
Yeah. It didn't feel like it. I mean, the resolution of the first book, there definitely was not anything that came from that.
Yeah.
I really liked, I wish we got more of like sarcastic, witty Laszlo, because in the beginning there were some really good like one-liners that were just I just loved. And then I don't know, his character sometimes acted a certain way and then another like other ways with other characters. Just like bring me the wit. I just want the wit. I want the sarcasm, please.
I feel like he just needs to interact with people that he doesn't, you know, like love to get that kind
Right.
of wit out of him, you know, and that doesn't really happen later in the book.
Right. It happens in the beginning when they're traveling with all the then that's it.
Yeah.
Because yeah, he didn't really have a lot of like interactions with people other than like old men.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did like it. I like this comment. When he got angry, I'm like, yes. Honestly, he was too passive for like most of the book. I'm like, get mad, get angry.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he was yeah. Feel emotions that aren't insta love, please.
Hold on, this comment right here, this. I also thought this. I wrote this down in my annotations that he reminds me of that dude. What is his name? Milo. Yeah, it's in the comment. Sorry.
Never seen the Disney Atlantis movie, so I
I
need to search up who this is. I think I know who y'all are talking about,
I think
but
I
maybe
watched
not.
it last year, maybe. I don't think I liked it very much, but I liked the vibe.
No, that is exactly who I thought y'all were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That is that's accurate.
No, it really is.
That's good. That's good.
Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. I don't really ever like that's the one thing about I think Laini Taylor's writing is like it's so descriptive, it's so beautiful. Like I do actually love it, but like I wish I could actually like picture things in my head. I'm one of those people that can't. I don't remember what it's called where you can't picture things in your head, but that's me. So you give me a character description and I'll just like picture a blob. It's fun.
I always picture characters as like random, like animated characters.
Like people you already know or have seen.
Yeah.
Interesting. I remember I remember when I read Percy Jackson, for some reason I thought Percy looked like my brother,
Mm.
which was entirely inaccurate because I'm pretty sure Percy's blonde, isn't he? Or is the new actor blonde? Brown hair? No, Annabeth is blonde. Who am I thinking of? I don't know. The point is, he did not look like Percy. No, Percy has brown hair.
I have like a
Annabeth
default
is blonde.
animated character for like a lot of like love interests, I guess, in like YA books. And specifically, it's what is his name? It's like Hans from Frozen.
Why?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Honestly, so funny. Of all the answers I was expecting, I don't think it was that. Like,
I think the first
I
one, I
can't.
was like kind of pictured that for like Serpent and Dove, and then it just like stuck.
That's so funny. Ooh, I agree with this, Erin. Me too. Wait, let me. eh. I loved them in the little dreamscape and stuff.
Yeah.
And oh, there was one line where they're talking about like Sarai was talking about how she turned her nightmare like into fireflies and like captured them in jars. I was like,
I
that's
love that
pretty.
quote.
That's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so much of the writing was so fun when they were in like the dreamscape.
I feel like her writing really lends itself well to writing dreams. It's just all so lyrical, and I feel like that's kind of what you expect with like a whimsical dream. So I feel like it just enhanced those parts even more.
Oh, for sure.
But my favorite, I have a favorite dream, and it's the one where they go shopping for a moon. Just like that concept, I'm obsessed with it.
I think that's the same chapter where Laszlo's old mentor shows up, right? And was like giving him advice. It was like, did you give her flowers? It's like, no. And then Sarai's like, but he gave me the moon. I was like, please.
Honestly.
I love that.
See, it's just stuff like that. I'm like, the writing mixed with that, top tier. I couldn't get over it. I was like thinking about it after all week.
All right.
Oh,
I don't know.
Bracelet. I love the moon bracelet.
Yes.
Anything like celestial, whatever, like moon stars. If an author puts that in their writing, I'm like, absolutely, this is getting a 5 stars right now.
Did you 5-star the second ACOTAR book?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay. I was like,
That's
that has star references, so I was curious if you did. Anyways.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
first book you annotated. How did that go? I'm curious because I started annotating recently, and I actually didn't annotate this book like that much compared to like what I thought, but I didn't with the 5th season either. You can't even see my tabs really.
Mine's very annotated.
Holy crap. Also, all my tabs kind of look the same because while I was annotating at the concert, I had my tabs, but the lighting at the concert was blue. And so I couldn't tell the difference between all the blue tabs I had. And so I was just trying to remember where they were at, like on the little sheet I was using. And I think they're all messed up, but it's fine because I don't know if I'll go back and like read my annotations and need to like reference them all the time. So I'm chill with it just being random blues.
I love the color palette I picked for this. I'm honestly just like obsessed with the way that I annotated this book.
Did you draw something on the chapter heads?
Every now and then.
Show it off. Little show and tell.
Oh, I drew there's a little teacup in here.
Cute.
It's not very good. But there's a good
like a boiling pot, but we'll give your teacup the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Figure out where part 4 is. 5. Oh, it's here somewhere. It's not going well.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, here it is.
Yes. See, that's cute.
Thank you.
So fancy.
I love drawing in books. It's so fun.
That's so funny because I feel like since I draw so much, the last thing I want to do is like draw in my books as well.
Really? I draw in like all of them.
Yeah, I'm so burnt. I'm in such an art block right now. I have like my bullet journal video I need to make and
more tiny houses.
More tiny houses. Spoiler alert for my next bullet journal video. But I draw the Carnival map, and I don't know if anyone has seen the Carnival map, but just go see how many tiny houses are on that map. Go look at the tiny houses. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I am over drawing tiny houses.
I like this idea of starting a channel in the Discord for annotations. I feel like that could be fun. Could be cute. Could be funny.
I can arrange that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot.
We also had the idea last month, and then we didn't do it. To do like live streaming, but to like read together. Sprints. Yeah. Is that something that y'all would be interested in joining? I think we could do it on like midway through, like a Saturday, like midway through, for then people can read together. We can discuss it.
I like that idea a lot. I lost track of time, but like this entire month, but I'd love to do reading sprints.
That means we can't binge the next book in like 2 days like I was planning on it, but
We'll just do that with the second one then.
fair enough. But yeah, we'll do some reading sprints. I want to be more active in the Discord, but I never know like
I always feel like I see things too late to respond to them.
yeah. Well, I'd still respond to them even if it is late. I'll be like catching up on messages and be like, "Oh, I want to respond to that one." So, yeah, just want to make this a little more interactive. I do love our live shows though.
Yeah.
I mean, they stress me out until they start, and then I'm just like, actually, no, this is fun.
Yeah. No, thinking about it, I'm like, oh God, not another live show. But now that I'm here, I'm like, yes, a live show. That's just the anxiety talking, though.
Right? Not us overthinking. What?
No, never.
All right. Any other thoughts? Anything else people want to discuss? Please pop it in the chat. Because I already went through all my notes. Like, that's all I got.
I didn't have any. This book was like pure vibes, and that's why I liked it.
Head empty, pure thoughts. Or pure thoughts? Head empty, pure vibes. I don't know why I said thoughts. No thoughts. Head empty.
Nice.
Just waiting for someone. Please just give us more discussion points. I'm going to go to the discussion section in the back of the book, see if something pops up in my brain to discuss. Oh, Errol Fane being father. I was like, oh. And then I feel like it wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, sure, she spent most of her life trying to drive him to insanity, but that was about it.
Oh, I cannot answer this question because I know. But what do you think, Cass?
Oh, and what happened to all the other Godspawn children? Like the ones that are dead? I think they're the ones like Laszlo where they're like
I think it's the ones that were like taken away by that one god, like Korako. Is that what you're talking about?
there's so many points. Or like yeah, I'm not sure which Godspawn children you're talking about. If you're talking about the ones that are alive, what I think is going to happen to them, or the ones that are like Laszlo, where there was more of them, but they are like blending into society. I want to know why his skin was normal colored and then turned blue with the metal. Like, did someone disguise him? Like, was there someone with like a Godspawn who had an ability to disguise these people and kind of like scatter them? I think that seems like a likely theory. But I don't. He was gray as a baby. Right. But then he was normal colored somehow. But I don't know why. Is that explained next book, Katie?
Yeah, like all of this stuff is explained in Muse of Nightmares.
All the stuff.
So I like don't want to say anything.
No, that puts so much pressure on me to come up with something fun and original. The name Laszlo is a Hungarian origin name. I didn't know if you just knew. Huh. I did not know, Anna, but now I do. Also, hi. Fun. The more you know. The more you know.
What were your thoughts on Nero? I'd like to know.
You know when you read those books and the one chapter in the POV you just don't give a shit about? That was my thoughts on Nero. Every time it switched to him, he was so bland as a character. I just did not care about anything he was doing.
For the most part, he just pissed me off.
Yeah. Because he was boring.
Yeah. But when he came, he was like, I'm actually here to take all of the work that you've been doing for the last like 20 years. I was like,
20? That was
7. Or he's 20, but I guess it's probably 7 years like that he's been doing it. Mm-hmm. I was like, piss off. Go home and do it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Every time his POV came up, I was like, here we go. Here we go again. I don't know. None of the side characters were really developed where I formed any attachment or curiosity in what they were doing.
I
So
liked I didn't like love her as a character because you didn't get a lot of her, but I liked Calixte. I think is how
I
you say
wrote
her
that.
name.
I love her. I just didn't know how to say her name, so I was a little scared.
Yeah.
But I wish I got more of her because she was so sassy and
I know,
funny.
I loved all of her like comebacks.
Oh, absolutely. He pissed me off, and then at the end when he finds out about all this stuff, I was like, okay. But then I did like how he didn't immediately go and tell Errol Fane about like Laszlo affecting the medal. He like kept it to himself and confronted Laszlo himself in a more civilized-ish manner.
Yeah.
He was like, "Who are you?" Instead of like killing him and then asking questions later, like I feel like most fantasy books would have tried to done or do.
Do you imagine
But
a fantasy book that just kills off the main character halfway through the first book?
hey, it would be a power move,
Honestly, I'd kind of have to respect the decision.
right? Like the balls to do that. Couldn't be me. Get you really attached to one character and then be like, actually, that wasn't even the main character. We had you fooled.
The main character actually comes in halfway through the second book.
And you start all over, like growing attachments to like having the readers actually care about the main character. What a concept.
If somebody
I
could pull
probably
that
hate
off,
that.
I'd be very impressed.
I definitely have read books though where I wish they would have killed off the main character. I'm like, all right, give me someone more interesting.
Can we get an example of this book?
No, because I can't think of a single book, but I'm sure there was definitely one.
Okay.
Like I feel like there definitely was, but then I knew you were gonna ask that, and I started racking my brain. I was like, what have I read any books? Like brain empty, no thoughts.
That's my theory. Cass is lying to you all.
Katie doesn't believe that I read the books that I read, or just read in general.
No, she's a faker.
Oh yeah, I just have like big old bookcases, and I just collect. I'm just a collector, and then I do this, and I'm like, listen, here are my theories about what just went down in that book. That's what I did last night. I just flicked through it really quick, and yeah, came up with all of this.
Right.
I found a Quizlet online, and I just ripped all of.
Why a Quizlet?
I don't know, because all my teachers in high school would like use Quizlet, and you can literally just like Google the exact Quizlet they used, and then just steal the answers.
Oh, those were the days.
Those were the days.
Now you have to pay for Quizlet. Some nonsense.
Ooh, here is a great question. First off, hello and welcome. I hope you enjoy the absolute chaos that is us two together. It's a lot. So,
Yeah.
so the book club is literally you just join the live stream if you've read the book. And if you want to join discussions with other people in the book club, you can join the Discord, which is in the description of this video. And we just announce a book. We announce it here, and then we announce it on the first of the next month. So if you watch the live stream, you get like early access to knowing what the next book is.
Oh yeah, you should. It's
So,
an exclusive
Such
content.
a little privilege. But yeah, that's it. We announced the book choice on like all our social media platforms. So if you only follow us on YouTube, we have a channel like discussion post. Instagram will be on our Instagram story, and then we also announce it in the Discord and such. So there's no like joining, but if you join the Discord, I don't know, you're a little exclusive member. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is only month 2 of us doing this. We're still figuring it out as we go. So
But it's been going well so far. You made it to
Absolutely.
both live shows, so there's something.
Quizlet sucks now. What did they do to Quizlet? Wait. What did they do to Quizlet?
You have to like pay for Quizlet now. I mean, you can like see some things. You can like make sets. That's free. But like to see other people's like sets that are like actually gonna help you do anything, you have to like pay for it.
Wow, I'm so glad I graduated high school before they did that.
At that point, I'd just get Chegg. Are you kidding me?
Right? Wow, that's some tomfoolery.
It is some tomfoolery.
Oh, ridiculous. Do we want to announce the next book?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to, since it's going to be on your channel?
Yes. I'm so excited. We are going to be reading Kingdom of the Wicked for our September pick, which both of us have already read it. But the third one comes out at the end of September, so we were gonna reread the series anyway, and we thought it would be fun to like read the first one together.
And indoctrinate y'all.
Yes. I'm so excited.
We're both very, very excited. I'm just excited to reread it because I literally read both of those books so fast that I don't remember anything that went down. And I think it's going to be fun for people, if they do want to reread it, to reread it and discuss it.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, like Katie said, we're going to read like all 3 of the books in September. And so hopefully people haven't all read it. But yeah, there's a few people that said they have not read it. So
yeah, good.
I'm excited. It's very good. Yeah, we're both very excited. Even though we've both read it, I think it's going to be a fun live stream because then we will actually have thoughts because we know how shit goes down.
Yeah. We can just have a live show for it right now.
Yes, Aaron by Carrie Maniscalco. Correct. Yes, and that live stream will be over on Katie's channel. Same time as this. We alternate back and forth in case you are new to this situation. But yeah, it's going to be on Katie's channel. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lively discussion.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. Hopefully.
Also, yes, Kingdom of the Wicked definitely has good fall vibes. So
perfect setup. Perfect setup for September for sure.
Yes.
All right. Do we have any other discussions? Any other thoughts? My head is empty, so
my brain is fried after the first week of classes, so I got nothing.
Imagine being in college.
Please, I wish I didn't have to.
Hey, you could drop out. That's always an option.
It is tempting.
You're too far in, though. You're too far in. You're almost done.
Year.
I made a point, but it's further. I think Aaron is referring to when talking about turning gray when he touched the metal. That was interesting. That might have, I guess, that had to be what triggered him turning blue. But I don't know why he was gray before he was blue. You just smiling because you already know.
I don't remember like what happens in Strange the Dreamer versus Muse of Nightmares, so I don't want to say anything.
No, that's fair. Like nothing's really explained in the first book, so a lot of it felt like a setup for the second book. I'm excited, but I have to just read it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I think I know the comment Aaron was talking about. Oh, is it this one?
See the comment.
I think it's this one.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't really know what demisexual means.
Okay, yeah, me either. I was going to Google
it. Off the top of my head.
I'm glad we share the same brain cell. It's fine.
Ooh, but I like the part about saying that he loves Nero because he sees himself in him.
Okay, so demisexuality is a sexual orientation in which an individual does not experience sexual attraction with another person until they have developed emotional connections.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because that's exactly kind of what happened. Was Laszlo acknowledged, like, yeah, Sarai's pretty, but then it wasn't until they bonded that then they started kissing. It wasn't like they just started making out straight away.
Yeah, I like that explanation for that because it fits so well.
For sure. I never really I guess obviously I didn't know what demisexual was until now, and so there wasn't any way I could have made that connection. But that's why it's cool, like with the live streams, like getting other people's inputs on what they think. And I think that's a really accurate theory.
Yeah, I love the instant feedback of a live show so we can actually talk about this book instead of just talking about it in a video and reading comments. It's so
for sure
fun this way.
For sure. I love seeing people who were at our last like live stream also show up for this one, or like people that comment on our videos showing up. I'm like, hey, y'all,
Welcome back.
how y'all doing?
Nothing.
All right. I don't know if we have any other things. Let's see. Oh no, computer. Hello. Okay, sorry, my computer was being a little weird. Okay. See, that's so cool that you're able to like relate it to yourself to be able to make the connection. Well, that's so snazzy.
Snazzy.
So snazzy.
I
Such a
just
good
love seeing
theory.
how people are different, like different ways people connect with books.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's so fun. Uh-oh. We're setting up for an awkward pause. I can
I
feel it.
think we're already in the awkward pause. Oh, that's so cute that Laszlo's now a comfort character.
Aw.
I do love him.
He's so yeah. He's very unique in his interactions and ways, and I think a lot of people can definitely relate to them, especially like introverts. Because I know I definitely can relate to Laszlo in the way, not necessarily like growing up around old men, because like I did not do that.
Did
But
you
growing
also
up with
grow up in a monastery?
no. But growing up with not like a lot of, I guess, social interactions, like because I was like a really, really shy kid. And so then I didn't learn how to like confidently speak to people and like overcome anxiety until like honestly high school, like middle school-ish, and then high school I kind of more came into myself, but definitely early elementary, early middle school, I was just a shy little bean that kind of grew up not really interacting with a lot of people just because I did sports and that was like all my time was dedicated towards sports,
So athletic.
but individual sports. So it wasn't like I was interacting with a team all the time.
No.
I did gymnastics. And not in the I did gymnastics and you did it for like a year as a 3-year-old. Okay. I did it for 6 years.
Wow.
It was yeah, yeah, I was like, "I'm going to the Olympics." I was not that good. I was not that good. But Alexandria says, "I'm late but hi. Hello. I love the book, gave it 5 stars."
As you should.
We said earlier we gave it I gave it 3.75. Katie gave it 5 stars.
Full 5 stars.
I liked a lot of, like, what went down in it, but it was the last 150 pages is when I got good, and I just hated I had to wait that long for it to get good. So
I felt it was worth the wait. I liked the setup.
I'm impatient, I guess. I just wanted things to happen faster. But I did enjoy Laini Taylor's writing, like being so beautiful. So
It's honestly just so stunning. Every
she's
other sentence, I was like, oh my God.
she's very talented. Very talented.
Well.
Well. Well. Did we have any other I don't know why we're struggling so much to discuss things. Well, not struggling. I think we did good, but we talked so much consistently about the how dare you interrupt my sentence with you dying.
I'm sorry.
I think we had like a solid discussion, which like didn't really happen the 5th season. It was very like slow in the discussion of it.
Yeah.
And this we had our thoughts and we said our thoughts.
Thoughts were said.
Thoughts were said. So, do we want to end the live stream here?
I guess so.
Are we saying goodbye?
As sad as it may be, I think so.
All right. So, those of you who are tuned into the live stream, Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. That's our next book. It will be announced September 1st. I was like, what is the month that comes after August? It will be announced September 1st, but you get an exclusive little sneak peek, grand reveal, whatever.
An early screening.
Early screening. Yeah, absolutely. But thank y'all for tuning into the live show. I really hope you enjoyed watching. So
I guess that's it.
That's
It's like kind of sad
that.
to go. I love doing live
Me
shows.
too. We need to do one like midway through September. Just like a live show where we can like chat about just like life stuff or like how
Yeah,
the book's going, or it's hard to discuss the book because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's going to wait longer to read it. But
just have like a casual general chat.
yeah, and like read together on the live stream just to read, like that would be so fun. Um, Whenever we figure out when we're gonna do that, we will announce it across social media and on Discord probably,
Oh,
or maybe just in Discord. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll
yeah,
be fun,
it'd be kind of fun to like just keep it to the Discord.
right?
It's like a
Little
little club.
little
You don't
club.
join the Discord, you can't come in.
Except for anyone that gets the notification that you're live can pop in.
Oh, well, I guess that's true.
So
Anyway.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank y'all again.
Yes,
I'm
thank
just
you
gonna
so much.
keep thanking y'all. This was great. Good discussions. Good discussions. Thank y'all for your like input and chatting with us as always. I just love interacting with y'all live. But it is time to say goodbye. So goodbye.
Ooh, what did my voice just do?
You can also do calls on Discord. That is true. That's a good point,
Really?
Shai.
I didn't know that.
We could do calls. I'll make a channel where people can call and talk. But I think for like Katie and I to like have our faces up, I think YouTube live streams would be good for us.
Yeah.
But I'll make a channel like on the Discord where people can call and discuss the book if they want. Then you can have more interaction with each other other than just in the chat.
Yeah, that'd be fun. If you guys like make
All
some friends.
I'm gonna hit the end broadcast button now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
bye people.
Bye.
Maybe.